to you guys, too.
You do know that Aaron is working for
Yeah,
Dusty.
I do know that. And actually...
What would we have to do to get you to convince Dusty to fire him?
Perform a miracle, because I'm not talking to Dusty anymore. Really? You and Dusty have a fight? Not really. I knew something was up when you didn't come back to the club. Tell me what happened. What is it? Tell me everything. Where were you? I went to see Paul. Really?
Do you mind if we get back to Aaron?
So, does that mean you two are working things out? I guess you could say that. We're getting married. Be happy for me. I'm just confused. Yesterday, you're devoted to Dusty, and by midnight, you're engaged to Paul. Haven't you been yammering in my head? That voice over and over in my head saying, dump Dusty, work things out with Paul. I do that. I take your advice, and that is not good enough for you. I said give Paul another chance, not rush back into your engagement overnight. I love him. I love him. I never stopped loving him. And I know that now. Look at me. I'm happy. I'm smiling. And Paul, he really loves me. And he makes me a better person. And you got a guy like that in your life, you don't let him go. I know that. It took me a long time to figure out what I want. But now that I have, Paul and I are on steady ground.
With Paul leaving town.
So, Paul left town of his own free will? Because people do have a way of disappearing when they disappoint you once too
You
often.
can chalk this one up to Paul's lack of responsibility, Hal. If he gave a damn about anyone in this town besides that piece of...
Hey, Will. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I told Will that, Paul had to go to Paris on business.
And you know he wouldn't have done it without talking to you first if it wasn't really important. You know that, don't you?
You know, like the same way I have to go on business sometimes at a moment's notice. It's just how it is.
The only business that Paul is up to is monkey business.
What's that mean, monkey business?
Now is not the time, Barbara.
You might as well find out, Hal.
Find out about what?
Your brother has gotten himself engaged to Rose D'Angelo again.
When did this happen?
Apparently last night. And she has convinced him to move to Paris with her permanently.
So is Paul really gonna marry her and then move? Oh, hey, I don't know. Okay, and neither does Mom. So we're not gonna believe anything until we hear from Paul, okay?
Hell of a job, Barbara.
Honey, that doesn't mean that we can't have fun. I'll go to the game with you.
Who cares about a stupid game? Wait a minute, are you kidding me? Hot dogs, nachos, peanuts, a screaming crowd, and if I remember correctly, Paul saying something about incredible seats. 3 rows behind home plate. You're coming with me, Squirt, okay? We're gonna have the time of our lives. Bye, Dad.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Bye, honey. As I was saying to you, Hal, I had nothing to do with Paul leaving town.
Well, it really doesn't matter anymore, Barbara, because what you've just done is 1,000,000 times worse.
There's some toys in there, so you guys have a great time at the park.
No, Carly, wait a second. Wait.
No, I gotta go. I've been waiting all week to do these errands, Jack, and I want to go.
Honey, one of my guys called in sick. I got to cover for him.
Are you saying that you can't watch the baby? I'm not blaming you, Katie. And it's not your fault that you were... Tell me what you want. Okay, just first tell me that you'll be okay here by yourself.
Do I look like I'm at death's door?
No, but you were really, really sick.
I know, but I'm fine, I promise. Next.
Okay, so as soon as Chris comes back, can you tell him that Margot called and she says she's on her way home?
Sure, no problem.
Really? Yeah. You're the sweetest. Oh,
I'm glad you two are happy. It's so good to see you like this.
There you go. Katie, it's time for you to take your medicine. So remember what Dr. Daniels said. May make you feel a little groggy, so if that happens, don't be alarmed.
Okay, well, before I get all groggy, I just wanted to tell you that Margot just called and she's on her way home.
I thought she had to work.
She did, but someone's taking over her assignment, so Hal said she could come home.
Okay, well, I guess Allie and I will just stick around till she gets here and we'll take off together.
Please, she's gonna be here in like 5 minutes. I'll be fine. Okay. So then let's go. Let's make the most out of the time we have. So get in the car. I'll be right there. I just need to give Katie a hug.
Okay. Call me in the morning. I want to know how you're feeling.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. That was brilliant. Oh, is there anything that I can get you before I go? No, nothing. Oh, just if you see Simon, tell him that I'm here, okay? Did you say if I see Simon? Yeah, he gets so worried about me. I just don't want him wondering where I am. Go. Chris is waiting. Hello, Mike, it's me, Alison.
Hey, Allie, what's up?
Could you stay with Katie for a little while, starting like 5 minutes ago?
All right, well, I canceled everything.
Honey, I'm sorry. This wasn't my fault.
Yes, it was your fault, Jack. Because no matter how many nannies we interviewed, nobody was good enough for you. So now who gets to look after the baby with no relief in sight? You're looking at her. Not so super, Mom.
We'll find somebody, okay? I just want it to be the right somebody.
How, Jack? We already went to every agency in town. No one even returns my calls anymore. Where else are we supposed to look?
Sage, don't!
She called you when?
I don't know. 15, 20 minutes ago? Is there a problem?
I don't know. I'm taking this medication that makes me feel really spacey, but...
The older kids would play Scrabble, and the younger ones would just eat the letters. And, of course, it helps that I was a medic during the Gulf War.
You served in the Middle East?
Well, yes, Fort Dix, Georgia. For some, I don't know, obscure reason, my superiors didn't see me as combat material, but I did the training, and I was ready to serve when called.
Have a seat, soldier. I got your paperwork.
All right. I'll see you later, Cupcake, okay? Enjoy your freedom.
Hey, you know what? Hell, let me get him started. Here. Yeah.
Hal.
Mm-hmm.
What did Henry do this time?
Oh, he passed a bad check and he can't pay the fine, so he's looking at 6 months.
It's too bad.
What's too bad about it?
Well, I'm sure that Henry is overdue for some jail time, but I think he probably just saved my little baby's life here. I think he ought to be rewarded. Hello?
Hi. Look, I did what you said. I
Called your pediatrician.
And?
And she wanted me to take his temperature. Well, just go ahead and do it.
Well, I did do it. I tried to do it. I put the little thing under his arm, and he kept wriggling around and screaming, and he didn't like it. I think I was going to break it. I got scared.
Yeah, what you need is one of those digital ear thermometers.
An ear thermometer? I'm positive I don't have one of those, but I bet you have one of those. Maybe you could bring it over and do it for me. I swear he's running a temperature.
Well, yeah, that's the problem, Rosanna. If he is running a fever, then he's probably contagious, and Sage could get sick.
Well, maybe you could leave Sage with Jack.
He's at work. Oh, honey, I'd love to help you with your baby, but I don't have anybody to watch mine. Can you hang on a second, please? Who's that? Who could that be, honey? I really don't have time for this. I'll call you right back. The only thing that you have ever given me is a headache. So what's with the flowers?
These are for you, oh merciful one, for paying my fine and getting me out of jail.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they're lovely. Ask about our flavored coffees. I thought I recognized those. Henry, you stole flowers from the Lakeview?
No, I borrowed them. There's a very fine distinction.
Yeah. Well, if you keep making distinctions like that, you're going to keep needing people to bail you out of jail. I paid your fine because you saved my Sage. Can't believe she got a hold of that eraser.
Well, you know, that's the thing about babies. One day they're laying on the bed, the next day they're rolling off the bed.
And how do you know so much about kids?
I'm the eldest of 8, remember?
That's right. Yes, you mentioned that. And I'm surprised. I'm surprised that after having you first, your mom didn't stop right there. What was she thinking?